just happened.
Similar where it counts, like in what we believe and how we treat people.
We all ain't shit. That's about it. I think we all kind of just, somehow we all just jive together.
I don't know, we kind of just latch on to each other because we're so similar. Like, opposites attract or whatever, but like, let's be honest here. Psychopaths.
Took a road trip down memory lane, got lost at the first left turn.
You wouldn't ask for directions.
To be fair, we had a map, but even put together,
We never seemed to find the right road.
The car was a rental.
I guess that's how my life feels too.
If you hadn't crashed your car, we wouldn't need a rental.
If you hadn't crashed your life, we wouldn't have needed a rental.
Family. Squad is family.
Squad to me is like a second family. It's a place full of people that I love, and we get to hang out together and do stuff together, and it's something that makes me feel like I belong to something bigger than just myself.
I just wanted to go see the Grand Canyon.
I just wanted to go see the Grand Canyon.
I just want to jump off the Grand Canyon. We've been planning this road trip for years.
Kind of clicked from the beginning, but then it's like grown more and more strong as time has gone by.
This family became a family because we struggled. And it's just struggling made us closer because we all struggled at the same time, but we all struggled differently or different degrees of struggling. So, and then when that person struggled the hardest, we picked them up. And family.
There is no going back.
Then we'll keep going forward.
If you can't look behind you
And can't see the road ahead, we'll steer for you. Just take our hands. Let me carry some of your luggage.
I'll lighten your load.
We won't let you take a wrong turn, but if we do, we'll be there with you.
We've been planning this road trip for years.
Come see the Grand Canyon with us.
Come see the Grand Canyon with us.
Being without you just isn't the same.
From the beginning, that'd be me and Chelsea and Tynae. We met in middle school, 6th grade. I think they knew each other in 7th grade, but or in 6th grade. We met in 7th grade. I think they knew each other in 6th grade. I first met Tynae on the bus. She sat down next to me, and I wanted her to leave. I was reading. I liked reading. I liked not talking to people. And she was like, no, I'm going to talk to you.
I met Marissa 7th grade year. Chelsea knew her first, so I was like, I'm about to know her too. So I invaded her privacy, and I got up all in this girl's face, like, hey, how you doing? I'm Tynae. What up? Let me love you, girl. And then she was like, I guess. I just thought she was innocent and cute.
And I didn't know how to say no at that point in my life, so we got to be friends. And yeah, that actually panned out very well. I met Chris because Chris knew Tynae, and Chris would just be looming around next to her.
I met Chris the end of 6th grade, and I met him because of Lois. And I didn't like him. I didn't like him at all. I hated this boy. And I was just a rude 6th grader. I didn't like anyone, to be honest with you, especially because it was a dude. And I was like, yeah, don't like him, whatever. He's snarky, get away. And he had a big head. I hated his head. We didn't like each other, to be honest with you.
And he didn't like me at first either, which is fine because we grew past that. Just kind of this intimidating guy who was all and like looking down at you all the time. And he's kind of the same, but less intimidating because I know him better. And he's kind of a jerk, but we all are.
We were the elders. We were the first ones.
I knew Chris in 4th grade, 5th grade. We didn't really talk, but like I knew him, we went to school together, so I also had interactions with him. Left an impression because he was, even back then, that uppity kind of, I can't think of another way to describe him. I'm sure there's a word. Conceited, also full of himself, but in a different way. It was mostly just ugh, though.
We all ended up going to the same high school.
Yeah. And then sophomore year came, Sawyer came, aka Sierra.
Then Maija also was Morgan's friend, so she kind of got in because then she was going to arts with us.
I met Maija because she liked Marissa. So I was like, I gotta like this girl. I gotta like her because she likes Marissa. Great.
Maija, I didn't like her and she didn't like me. It's like a mutual dislike. But these days, she's like one of the strongest people I know. She's very caring and she's kind of a dork, but I really appreciate her and having her in my life.
And somehow I became closer with Marissa, and then the next thing I knew I was surrounded by this group of crazy people. And I just kind of stayed.
And then 2 people left.
Whenever there's any kind of change, the dynamics of a group are going to shift.
We didn't replace them, but we found better ways, not better, we found other ways to go about.
I don't think anyone's ever really left besides them because no one else has physically moved away. Like Morgan went to a different school and Chris left the state.
It didn't affect us how we functioned or anything. Like we still functioned as a whole. Like we were all still working or as a group. But I feel like it emotionally may have just like, oh, okay, well, parts of our people just left.
Morgan left, and I guess that really was when we became more close friends with Maija.
Morgan left, and I was just like, I guess you can leave, but it's cool.
With Morgan, I couldn't always tell if she was being cruel for fun or being mean, but in a friendly way. Like sometimes I felt like she was kind of like wanted to be mean to us because she wanted to be mean to us. Yeah.
It was kind of weird for a little while, but I guess she's the only person who we've ever stopped talking to and then continued to just not talk to.
And with Chris gone, I don't know, it's like...
I was sad, but we still talk enough that I feel he's still a good part and like a solid member of it.
Personally, I feel like Chris didn't really leave because we still talk all the time and he still has us doing crazy stuff, so it's like he's not even gone.
And Chris left, which was really odd for me personally because I was just like, my little brother's gone, but okay.
I feel bad Chris is gone. When did that
I know, he was very like kingpin-y, so like when he was around, he had his way. And kind of still does because we're doing this big interview thing. And like now that he's not around, it's kind of more, I guess, egalitarian, the way that we all kind of correspond to one another.
So it's going to be me, Justin Sabria. I'm the Cheshire Cat. The tall blonde. Yeah. She's going to be Alice. Sabria, the little shorter black girl with the big. Yeah, she's going to be the Mad Hatter, and I'm going to be Cheshire Cat, and we're going to drive Jessica crazy, and then rip off her face, and she's going to fall, and it's going to be like, is it a dream? And then we're going to appear, and she's going to wake up, and the lights are going to go.
Yeah!
It's gonna be I get to wear a tutu.
I really like the student dance contest. It's so cool.
Because it's awesome. Oh, and there are the people doing my senior piece, so once we finish this,
I forgot about
we already have...
I don't know, things just changed and stayed the same.